Alright guys, sorry about the late start, but we are here at Las Vegas for round 2, race number 2. We'll drop down to the race for 4 for the final round of the playoffs this week, after this week, but or after this race, but the BMRL series, BMRL Racing League guys are out here for the round of 8 at Las Vegas. Gonna be a fun one. Got 11 cars right now. Levi McCarty on the pole right now. Charlie Harkin, the only one that ain't qualified. But thanks to sponsors real quick. We got CB Graphics, XP League, East to West Apparel Company, BMRL Paint Shop, always BMRL Network. Hit us up for any of your broadcasting needs, and always SymmetricsRacing.com. Hit them up at SymmetricsRacing.com and grab you one of them SD1s and get it hooked up, get to racing. It tells you literally everything you want to see while you're racing. Get the clutter off your screen from all the overlays, and man, awesome product. But go hit them up. Use the code at the bottom left for 15% off Team BMRL and get to racing. But these guys are gridding up. Levi McCarty on the pole. We got a 77-degree temperature tonight. Clear skies with a 5-mile-an-hour wind. 78-degree track temp on this 1.52-mile track here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I feel you, Kevin. I feel you. These guys should be rolling off the grid any second now, though. Alright, they rolling off the grid. We'll look at the grid now. Like I said, we got Levi McCarty on the pole, Dakota Ramsdale outside. On your second row, we got Jacob Denson and Chris Stouffer. Third row, Chris Cornett and Matt Telder. Fourth row, Austin Hunt and Devin Ramsey. Fifth row will be Chris Mayo and Adam Gardner. And then Charlie Harkin closing out the field. Yes, sir, he is. But that pace car should be going off the track right here. And green flag is in the air. Even on the front row, Dakota Ramsdale sticks with him on the start. Levi getting a little advantage, but Dakota coming back on the outside. Jacob Benson and Chris Stouffer side by side for third. Then you got Chris Cornett and Devin Ramsey in that third row side by side. Oh, and Dakota gets loose, falling back. Christopher will move into second. Jacob Denson third. Devin Ramsey fourth. Chris Cornett fifth. Dakota get under attack from Austin Hunn for that sixth spot. Dakota running all that pink for Breast Cancer Awareness week or month or whatever. Chris Mayo falling back as well. Indiana Hoosiers paint scheme looking good, even though I ain't no Hoosiers fan. But up front, Levi McCarty got about a quarter-second lead on Chris Stouffer. Chris Cornett trying to get that spot from Devin Ramsey, and Dakota Ramsdale trying to come back to the front. Levi just ran the fastest lap of the race. Jacob Denson still third. Christopher trying to run down Levi McCarty now. Chris Mayo, not sure if it's by design or if he just got loose and lost all that ground, but he is dead last. 7/10 behind Adam Gardner. Adam Gardner in that bubble of getting knocked out of the playoffs this week. He needs to beat Christopher and Devin Ramsey by a lot. Really and truly, he needs to win with this short field tonight. Got Matt Telder, Chris Cornett, and Charlie Harcum all fighting for this fifth spot. Or actually sixth spot, I'm sorry. Matt Telder to get around Devin Ramsey for the fifth spot. Dakota Ramsdale running Jacob Denson down after getting loose early. He's back up the fourth spot. And Christopher still trying to run down Levi McCarty. Now Austin Hunn trying to come to the front. He get up under Charlie Harcum here in turn 3. Devin Ramsey under Chris Cornett. Already 10 laps in. We have stage brakes at 30 and 70. Or the Ramsdale still trying to run down Jacob Denson. As well as Christopher trying to run down Levi McCarty. Alright guys, I'm back. Had to grab me something to drink real quick. Levi McCarty still out front. Christopher second, with Jacob Denson trying to get below him. They are slowly catching Levi McCarty with the draft there. Dakota Ramsdale right behind Jacob Denson. Matt Telder trying to run down these top four. Chris Cornett and Charlie Harcum fighting for the 6th spot right behind Matt Telder. And then Austin Hunn sitting right behind them in 8th place. Devin Ramsey in 9th. 10th is Adam Gardner and Chris Mayo's 11th. Austin Hunn trying to get in this battle for 6th place. As well as Devin Ramsey. Devin Ramsey said, "Don't leave me out." Oh, and Christopher crosses up Jacob Denson. He'll get below him now. Can't keep it down there. Jacob Denson will hold on to that spot and try to run down Levi McCarty. Dakota Ramsdale try to run down these two and get a spot from them, or maybe two. Mayo gained the spot from Charlie Harcum. Not sure what happened to him. Laps down. Less than 100 to go. 99 to be exact. Jacob Denson closing that gap up to Levi McCarty. McCarty there being smooth on that wheel, trying to stay ahead of all these guys. Jacob closing that gap up a little bit more. He's only 2/10 back now. Christopher falling back. Charlie Harkin, half a second back from Chris Mayo. Not sure if Chris Mayo's got an ill handling car or what, but he just can't go forward at all. Matt Taylor and Chris Cornett fighting for his 5th spot still. They can't get away from each other. Jacob Denson is now taking the lead. McCarty fell back to the 2nd spot. Christopher trying to run both of these guys down now. Pulled his tires down and making another run at it. What's going on, Todd? Jacob Denson pulling away from Levi McCarty a little bit. Go to Ramsdale, Matt Toder, Chris Cornett, Austin Hunt, all right here in the line. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Kevin Ramsey trying to get in the picture as well, sitting back there in 8th spot. Adam Gardner 9th, Chris Mayo 10th, and Charlie Harkin 11th. Taylor will try to get that spot away from. Ooh, Chris Cornett in the wall a little bit there. But Matt Taylor trying to get the spot from Dakota Ramsdale. Laps down. This is the lap for the stage break. 11, Todd. A lot of people didn't show up, scared to mess up these playoff drivers, so short field coming to the end of the season. There's the caution for the stage brake. Yeah, look, they getting her dead. But I'm gonna walk away for just a minute. I'll be right back. All right, back just in time. They are coming back to the green after pit stops. Levi McCarty, Jacob Denson, Chris Stouffer, Dakota Ramsdale, Matt Taylor, Chris Cornett, Austin Hunt, Chris Mayo moves up to 8th, Devin Ramsey back to 9th, Adam Gardner, then Charlie Harkman. See what Chris Mayo can do here. Gained him a couple spots on pit road. Maybe make some changes or something and Mike can move forward now. Then again, he might have been just saving his stuff, trying to stay out of these playoff drivers' way. Matt Tilder under Dakota Ramsdale. Dakota Ramsdale pushing Jacob Denson. Matt gets the advantage over Dakota. He'll take that spot away. He'll be right on the back bumper of Jacob Denson. Levi McCarty out front here. Christopher second, trying to run him down. This Mayo and these guys fighting, but oh, Jacob Denson goes around. He'll get in the inside wall. Try to go back and see what happened to Jacob there. Right off the front bumper of Matt Tilder. Right there it is. Matt gets in the gas a little harder than Jacob and gets in his back bumper. He'll go around. I think he gets into the inside wall. He might have saved it though. Nope, he got into the inside wall. He'll have some left front damage now. Maybe some front damage as well. Yeah, a little bit of left front damage. Not much. Should be able to come to pit road, get some damage fixed on that car and get back out there and fight for a win. Everybody will come to pit road. I guess they didn't come down pit road during stage break, or they're just coming to get fuel. Matt Tilder get out first. Be Matt Tilder and Levi McCarty, Chris Stouffer, Dakota Ramsdale, Chris Cornett, Austin Hunn, Chris Mayo, Charlie Harcum, Devin Ramsey, Adam Gardner comes to pit road again, probably to top off with fuel. Like I said earlier, Adam Gardner and Chris Stouffer on that bubble for getting knocked out of the playoffs. You got to beat well, pretty much one of them's got to get Adam Gardner's pretty much got to go win. Actually, it's four of them getting knocked out. So Jacob Denson, Devin Ramsey, Chris Stouffer, and Adam Gardner are on the bubble. Looks like they'll be lining up double file here. Chris Mayo up to 7th now. $40 laps down when they come back to green. Alright, Matt Tilder takes off. Levi McCarty and Chris Stouffer side by side. Dakota Ramsdale in 4th. Chris Cornett in 5th. Austin Hunn 6th. Chris Mayo in 7th. 3 wide for 6th place. Or 7th place, I'm sorry. Devin Ramsey will take it. Charlie Harcum will fall behind Devin. And Chris Mayo will lose 2 spots. Jacob Denson, after getting in an accident, he'll be under Chris Mayo for 9th spot. Adam Gardner in last in 11th spot. Chris Stouffer under his teammate for the lead. Dakota Ramsdale under Levi McCarty for the 3rd spot. Chris Stouffer, one of those guys on the playoff bubble. Along with Devin Ramsey and Jacob Denson sitting right there. 8th and 9th. And Adam Gardner in 11th. Charlie Harcum will get to the outside of Austin Hunn. Dakota Ramsdale trying to take that spot from Matt Telder. Couldn't hold it up under him. But he'll fall back into 3rd place. Levi McCarty, after leading most of this race so far, sitting in 4th spot. Charlie Harcum right on his back bumper. Chris Cornett in 6th. Austin Hunn right on his back bumper. Then Jacob Denson in 8th. Devin Ramsey 9th. Chris Mayo and Adam Gardner 10th and 11th. Chris Stouffer out to almost a half a second lead here. Devin Ramsey and Jacob Denson side by side. Devin trying to get under Austin. Matt Telder up under Dakota Ramsdale for the 2nd spot. Oh, Dakota Ramsdale just took the spot from Matt Telder, actually. He'll run that high side, try to get that big run. Looks like it's working with that push from Levi McCarty. Now he'll bring it to the bottom side in front of Matt Telder. Try to break that run from Matt Telder. But as these guys are fighting, Chris Stouffer getting away. Pretty much a second ahead. 0.94 seconds ahead of him. These guys are smart. They just line up and try to catch Chris. Chris Stouffer doing exactly what he needs to do. Sitting on that playoff bubble, but running in the top spot. Devin Ramsey all the way back in 8th. Adam Gardner in 10th and Jacob Denson in 7th. That's the other 3 on the playoff bubble. But if Austin Hunn wins this race, that'll put possibly his teammate out of the playoffs, Matt Telder. Matt Telder pretty much needing to finish way ahead of Charlie Harcum. Also, Adam Gardner needing to win. Jacob Denson. Charlie Harcum. I mean, not Charlie Harcum. Jacob Denson, Devin Ramsey, and Adam Gardner all need to win. They're 3 wide for the second spot. Back down to single wide. Matt Tilder trying to get under. Dakota almost gets into his left rear. 50 laps of 120. Everybody pretty much single file now. Matt Tilder slings it under Dakota Ramsdale. As I say, they're all single file. He'll try to get that spot from him. Levi McCarty trying to make it 3 wide. On the outside of Dakota Ramsdale. Matt Tilder takes that spot from him, as well as Levi McCarty. So Dakota Ramsdale back there 4th. Levi McCarty trying to get to the outside of Matt Tilder now. They fall back behind him for now. But Ramsdale slings it in there deep. Almost gets into the back of Levi McCarty, but they keep it going straight. Levi gets a big run on Matt Tilder and pulls up to his back bumper. Levi gets in there, slides up a little bit. Dakota Ramsdale right on his back bumper now. Heck of a spot for this. I mean, a heck of a fight for this second spot. Second, third, and fourth, all right there together. Cornette trying to run down Charlie Harcum for 5th. Devin Ramsey right behind him, as well as Austin Hahn. Jacob Benson right there in the picture too. Adam Gardner trying to get up there in the picture, and Chris Mayo is riding in the back. That pretty Indiana Hoosiers paint scheme tonight. But it's all Christopher right now. But Ramsdale's gotten back past Levi McCarty. Oh, and somebody crashes. Oh, it's Chris Cornette. Go back and see what happens to Chris Cornette. Back it up a little bit here. It's in the corner. Evan gets there and just barely touches his rear bumper. Sends him for a loop. Oh, and slams Devin Ramsey up against the wall as well. And Jacob Denson barely gets through there. Not having a good night for Chris Cornett. Chris Mayo barely made it as well. Chris Cornett will bring her to pit road, get some damage fixed, as well as Devin Ramsey. A lot of damage on that car. All right, they just got restarted. Christopher out front. Matt Tilder trying to take the spot back from Dakota Ramsdale. He gets a little bit loose. Dakota will keep that spot. Levi McCarty and Austin Hunn right behind Matt Tilder trying to take that third spot away. Austin Hunn tries to get to the outside. He should have a pretty big run coming off, but he can't get it. That's teammates anyways. But as far as the Chris Cornett and Devin Ramsey thing, Devin Ramsey sitting on that playoff bubble of drivers that could get knocked out tonight. That's a good looking car right there. But Levi McCarty getting passed by Adam Gardner for the 8th spot. or 7th spot, I'm sorry. And Chris Mayo trying to take the spot away from Levi McCarty as well. Out front, still Christopher. With Dakota Ramsdale in tow. Matt Taylor, Austin Hunn, Charlie Harkin, Jacob Denson. Christopher doing exactly what he needs to do to stay in the playoffs. We're over halfway now, 4.5 laps away from stage break at lap 70. After that stage break, 50 laps or less to go. So the Ramsdale trying to run down Austin Hunn and get them stage points. Matt Telder falling back. Austin Hunn under Charlie Harcum. Jacob Denson right behind those guys, and then Adam Gardner. Adam Gardner starting to make his way towards the front. Up under Jacob Denson for the 6th spot. Adam Gardner must have threw the kitchen sink at that thing under caution. Chris Mayo right there behind him. Yeah, he's pretty loose. Las Vegas has been loose all week. Even in the officials with the trucks, it's just been loose, real loose. And it's really just like right in the middle and coming off. Oh, he gets right up to the back bumper of Adam Gardner. But it could also be on them new tires as well. But Levi McCarty gets under Chris Mayo for that 8th spot. Chris Mayo goes high. Levi will try to get up under Adam Gardner. Dakota Ramsdale running down Christopher. Guys are down in there deep. One more lap to the stage. Can Dakota Ramsdale get Christopher, or does Christopher take the stage points? There's your stage break. Christopher will take it. Everybody will come to pit road. All right, Christopher comes off pits in first place. Dakota Ramsdale be second. Charlie Harcum third. Matt Taylor fourth. Austin Hunn fifth. Jacob Denson will be sixth. Adam Gardner seventh. Levi McCarty eighth. Chris Cornett ninth. Chris Mayo 10th. And then Devin Ramsey still on pit road trying to get some of that damage fixed. Still got a bunch of damage to that rear end. Not sure about the... Oh, he still got a lot to the front, too. Not turning out to be a good night for Devin Ramsey. But they'll line up double file, 74 laps in the books. Got 45 laps to go whenever we take the green. Should have at least one more stop left before we get to the end of this thing. And they'll go back green. Chris Stouffer got a pretty big lead so far. Dakota Ramsdale trying to run him back down. Matt Tilder under Charlie Harcum. Dakota Ramsdale holding on to that second spot right this minute. Chris Stouffer pulling away from him. Jacob Denson under Charlie Harcum for the 4th spot. Jacob Denson making a comeback after getting in the wall earlier. Levi McCarty are getting under Charlie Harcum now. Ooh, Levi gets loose under Charlie, and Jacob Denson up to the back bumper of Matt Telder. Devin Ramsey on pit road again. Not having a good night. Adam Gardner sitting in 9th. Chris Cornett 8th. 7th is Austin Hunn. Charlie Harcum 6th. Matt Tilder 5th. Levi McCarty 4th. Jacob Denson 3rd. Dakota Ramsdale 2nd. Trying to run down Christopher in the lead. Christopher has dominated this thing so far. Levi McCarty led most of the first run, and then after that, just slowed up. Christopher still leading the way. Jacob Denson trying to take that 2nd spot away. Charlie Harcum up under Matt Telder back here for the 5th spot. Austin Hunn trying to follow him through. Devin Ramsey, after getting most of his damage fixed, looks like, comes back out on track, laps down though. Christopher still dominating this thing. Dakota Ramsdale fighting off Jacob Benson. And Levi McCarty in fourth. Matt Telder and Austin Hunn, teammates, fifth and sixth. Charlie Harcum in seventh. Chris Cornett in eighth. Adam Gardner in ninth. Chris Mayo 10th. And like I said, Devin Ramsey laps down in 11th. Matt Telder and Austin Hunn trying to get by Levi McCarty here. 91 laps in the books. These guys have pretty much kept it green all the way through. This race has flown by. Christopher on that playoff bubble right now, sitting in the lead. Jacob Denson, one of those other playoff drivers, possibly getting knocked out the playoffs, sitting in seventh. Devin Ramsey, the way it looks right now, will be out. And then Adam Gardner not having a great night either, sitting in ninth, behind everybody ahead of him in the points. Probably not going to make it through to the next round either. But you never know. Slick track, fast cars. A lot of playoff drivers fighting for everything. You never know what we might see. We've seen crazier. Dakota Ramsdale using up the whole track there. You see Jacob Denson and Chris Cornett coming to pit road, sitting 9th and 10th. Christopher still out front. Dakota Ramsdale second. Levi McCarty third. Matt Telder fourth. Charlie Harcum fifth. Austin Hunn sixth. Adam Gardner seventh. And Chris Mayo eighth. Devin Ramsey with a lot of damage and 8 laps down, sitting in 11th. You see Christopher, Charlie Harcum, and Austin Hunn come to pit road now. Yeah, that's the scheme that he's run all season, though, Kevin. That's his main scheme. Gravedigger paint scheme. Dakota Ramsdale goes to the lead. And Devin Ramsey with those fresh tires blowing through the field trying to get one of his laps back. But we are down to 24 to go when he comes across the line. Dakota Ramsdale out in the lead. We'll see what happens. And Dakota Ramsdale gives up the lead, comes to pit road, as well as Matt Telder. Levi McCarty, now your leader. Dakota Ramsdale got one of his laps back. He's 7 laps down now. And yeah, Kevin, that's paint scheme that he always runs, buddy. He don't never change his paint scheme. Hardly anybody in here changes their paint scheme much. Except for Chris Mayo. He changes his about every race. So Adam Gardner now to the lead. Chris Mayo in second. Jacob Denson a lap down. Fresh tires. Chris Mayo sideways. But we seen Adam Gardner almost win a couple weeks ago on fuel strategy. What can he do this week? Maybe sneak a win in here. Make it to the next round of the playoffs. Like I said, we've seen crazier things happen. And it would be pretty cool to see a first-time winner in BMRL. Don't see it too often, but when you do, it's nice to see. And Chris Mayo down pit road. Adam Gardner will stay out. Did he save enough fuel? Ooh, he's in the wall. In the grass. The leader is all but wrecked. I don't know how he saved it, but he did. Back on the track. Still getting it. 18 laps to go. I told you. We have seen crazy things here. It comes down to it. These guys will do some crazy things for a win. That was a heck of a save, though. Ooh, Levi McCarty rolls up behind Adam Gardner on fresh tires and blows by him. Oh, and Chris Mayo in trouble. We'll go back and see what happened here. Coming off pit road. Coming off pit road with cold tires. Trying to get up to speed and just loops her around. It didn't even loop. Ooh. Oh, slams it into the outside wall. Sitting on pit road getting damage fixed. Adam Gardner still in the lead. 22 seconds back to second place with 15 to go. Did he save enough? Can he do it? Jacob Denson, Christopher, Charlie Harcum, Dakota Ramsdale trying to run him down. Now another thing is, caution comes out right now. Everybody else done come to pit road. They're burning them tires up. Do they have another set in the pits, or does Adam Gardner have the only set left? If he has the only set left, you know what that means. He's going to be pretty fast. And Devin Ramsey still 7 laps down. Charlie Harcum takes the 4th spot from Dakota Ramsdale. Matt Telder falling back a long ways. And Adam Gardner to pit road. Let's see what happens. Jacob Denson will be a leader now. Christopher right on his back bumper. with 14 to go. Matt Telder with some right rear damage on his rear end. Not sure where that come from. Adam Gardner back on track in 9th place. Can he run these guys down? About 20 seconds back and really fast. Go to Ramsdale trying to get a spot from Charlie Harcum. Christopher running Jacob Denson back down. Charlie Harcum and Dakota Ramsdale battling for 3rd. Matt Telder sitting in 5th. Levi McCarty 6th, trying to run down Matt. Austin Hunn right behind Levi. Chris Cornett And then Adam Gardner sitting about 10 seconds behind Chris Cornett. Not sure he's going to have enough time to catch these guys, but he definitely tried. And Chris Mayer still with a bunch of damage here. Just wasn't his night. Nor was it Devin Ramsey's night. 8 laps down for Devin Ramsey now. Jacob Denson caught up in a early wreck where he got spun around. Been running mid-pack to the back all race. He's sitting up front with 3 to go. Can he come out of here with the win? Top 4 running away with it right now. Two laps to go. Coming to white flag. When they take the white flag, whatever happens, happens. That'd be the end of the race. I figure something happened because I ain't seen you that loose all night, Chris. Jacob Denson got 2 corners left, 3 and 4. Going into 3 for the last time. About to come out of 4 for the last time. Can Christopher get to him? No. Jacob Denson will be a winner here at Las Vegas, round 2, race 2. That will put him into the next round of the playoffs. He was one of the drivers on the bubble, so not sure, but I know Devin Ramsey will probably be out as well as Adam Gardner, but Christopher finished second. Not sure if that's enough to push him past his teammate Matt Telder, but we'll see. Jacob Denson winning, that'll put Matt Telder into the 4, getting knocked out. More than likely. Especially with him finishing 5th. I'm not sure. My math ain't that great, but we'll try to get over here and get some post-race interviews. Alright, we'll try to get Charlie Harcum in here. I guess Charlie Harcum left. So bring Christopher up in here. Chris, you got a copy?
Yes.
Man, what a race, dude. You pretty much dominated all night after that first stage, and not sure what happened, but you ended up finishing second. How you feeling?
Well, another second place. I guess it's not bad to finish second. A little upset with it. I mean, if you can be upset with the second place, this is one to be upset with. I was up front, like you said. But Jake pitted first. I pitted in the lap right after him, but that seemed to be enough. I could catch him, but I couldn't get a good enough run on him to even think about completing the pass. So I was just kind of trying to stick to his bumper and hope he'd make a mistake.
I got you, buddy. Well, sitting here looking at the points, you come into the race ninth place in that playoff bubble for drivers getting knocked out, and you finished second. Jacob Denson won. That pushed your teammate Matt Telder possibly into the 4 getting knocked out. Not sure if you finishing 3 spots ahead of him will put you ahead of him or not, but we'll see after the points get updated.
Oh, I thought the points were updated. I thought I moved up to 4th before this race, and so pretty much just felt like I had to just run consistent and get top 5 out of it, and
Oh, hang
probably
on,
make
let
it.
me see if I can.
I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing, but
I'm gonna make sure I ain't lying to you. uh,
I
Xfinity
mean,
Series.
coming into the last round, yeah, I was 9th, but
You
moved
are
up.
right. You are right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So it was 10 drivers. Okay, so you and Jacob was good. My bad. I was looking at a non-updated one. So yeah, you're good on the points. Um, your teammate Austin's good. Matt Toder, not too sure about. Devin Ramsey finished behind him, and not sure about Dakota. But yeah, Matt Toder may or may not get kicked out of the playoffs after this one, but we will see.
Yeah, I hope he makes it. Hopefully, we can get as many 4D cars up there as possible.
Yeah, that'll put I think 3 of y'all up there. So hey, but
Only a few more rounds to go, so hopefully I can keep up this momentum, and then it all comes down to that final race. So just gotta make it that final race at this point.
yes, sir, yes, sir. Well, like I say, man, congratulations on your second place finish, buddy. And you got any sponsors to shout out to?
As always, shout out to 4D Racewear. Go to 4draceware.com for your I got racing boots that I use that are real nice. They do have gloves and nice shirts, other accessories too, for your sim racing needs, all that good stuff. Thanks to the team, you up here in the booth for broadcasting, everybody puts on the league. I appreciate it. And hopefully we'll be back. Talk to you next week.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, like I said, actually, I'm just seeing from Chris, Matt knocked Devin out, so Devin will be out.
Yeah, we're kind of talking about it. We weren't sure as the race was coming to a close there. I was just focusing on trying to stay on Jacob, but you know, I think we knew in order for one of them to make it, the other one's going to get knocked out unless some miraculous something happened, on track. But we'll be there next week.
Touche, buddy. Well, like I say, congratulations, man, and we'll see you next week, buddy.
All right, have a good one.
You too, buddy. All right, Charlie Harcum, you got a copy.
I got you loud and clear.
All right, man. You ran about mid pack all night, and earlier in the race, I don't know, I'm not sure what happened to you, got loose or whatever, but you fell back to the back and fought your way back up to the front and ended up finishing third and making it into the playoffs, I believe. So, how you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good about the playoffs thing. We were pretty secure, but didn't need to get near the back or get in any trouble. So certainly a top 3 should solidify that pretty well. But you're right. I mean, I don't think I had any business finishing third. Early on didn't feel bad, but geez, it's just almost impossible to pass unless somebody slips up. If you could hold somebody to the inside, it was impossible for them to pass you. So I think the only reason I got up there, we just pit a little bit early on that last green flag pit stop, and we're just a little bit quicker for those first couple laps out of the pits. I think that's the only reason, but I definitely wasn't the third fastest car, probably not even fifth or sixth, but I'll take it. Sometimes you can slip into a top three unexpected, so I'll take that.
Yeah, my granddaddy always told me it's better to be lucky than good.
You daggone right.
No, on a serious note, man, it's been an awesome season and been at pretty much every race and stayed pretty consistent. So another good night for you and good points night, and should put you into the round of 4 with a few more. Might be the round of 8.
Yeah, 8. You're right. But I'll take top. Go ahead. You're seeing the future.
Yeah, I'm messing myself up.
I'm planning on being in the top 4. I'm planning on being in the top 4.
Hey, man, wishful thinking, right?
Right.
But no, on a serious note, man, congratulations on your top 3 tonight and making it into the next round of the playoffs. And you got any sponsors to shout out to?
Yeah, of course. B&H Racing. I mean, shout out to Jacob. We know him as Jared. Good run for him. This tends to be his track. Anything mile and a half, he's hard to beat. So shout out to him. I think that'll get him pretty solid into the playoffs too. So yeah, B&H Racing, B&H IT Services. Appreciate, Dustin, you getting up here and doing the broadcast, and I know we got folks watching, and so appreciate what you're doing, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, we've been consistent, but we're gonna probably have to win a race or be in the top 3 pretty consistent here to get in that top 4. So we'll see what happens, but we're having a blast.
Heck yeah, that's what it's all about, man. But like I said, man, congratulations on your top 3, and hopefully we see you next week.
All right, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right, we'll grab Jacob Dents, and Jacob, you got a copy.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Dustin?
Well, not as good as you are.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you had a decent night. Run, about mid-pack. All 3 of y'all top 3 ran about mid-pack the first half of the race, and then somehow all of y'all ended up at the front at the end. And, well, Chris led a bunch of laps a little earlier, but all of y'all finished, top 3 and ran mid-pack most of the race. But, hey, nothing to hang their hats on. But, hey, you done won at Vegas, baby.
Yes, sir. This is one of my favorite tracks. I got a lot of success here in the past and was looking forward to coming here. I knew I'd be able to run good if I could stay out of trouble. I got spun about, I think it was right after the first stage.
Mm-hmm.
The first couple laps really loose, and I think there was a little bit of contact between me and somebody else. Not necessarily anything egregious, I think. Just one of them deals. But was able to recover, use a little bit of pit strategy there at the end, and get out front. And I knew once I got out front, if he did catch me, it was going to be hard to pass, because if you give him the inside, it's just so tight. But yeah, it worked out pretty good. I'm pretty proud of it.
Heck yeah, man. Well, that'll put you into the next round of the playoffs and one step closer to a championship. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Next 2 tracks I know are Homestead and Martinsville. They're kind of a wild card for me. I'm pretty decent at Homestead, and of course Martinsville, you never know what might happen. Tight track. Of course, going to be a lot of beating and banging to try to get in that final 4. So hopefully we can get a good run at Homestead and we ain't got to worry about it.
And 4, buddy. Well, you got any sponsors to shout out to, buddy?
Yes, sir. I want to thank B&H Racing, B&H IT, Phelps Media, and of course Little Miami Brewing on the hood. They've been with us all year, so hopefully we can get them back to victory lane next week.
Heck yeah, buddy. Well, congratulations on your win, moving on into the playoffs, and hopefully we'll see you next week, boss man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, brother.
And 4, you have a good rest of your night.
All right, man.
All right, well, that'll bring us to the end here at Las Vegas with BMRL Racing League. Great racing all night, and couple of guys that didn't necessarily have the fastest car, but definitely come home with a win. And for Devin and Jacob Denson, and move him on into the round of 8 playoffs, and move on to Homestead next week. But thank some sponsors real quick before we get out of here. XP League, CB Graphics, East to West Apparel Company, BMRL Paint Shop. Hit them up for any of your paint needs. Got 1 for 20, 2 for 35 sale going on right now. Hit us up at BMRL Network for any of your broadcasting needs. We'll get you live and always SymmetricsRacing.com. Go hit them up. Grab you one of them SD1s. Awesome product. Just got upgraded not too long ago. Made it even more awesome. Literally tells you whatever you want to see while you're racing. Takes all those overlays off your screen. Get all that clutter off your screen. And like I said, literally tells you whatever you want to know while you're racing. But go grab you one of them. Use the code TEAMBMRL for 15% off at the bottom left of your screen. But like I said, that'll bring us to the end here at Las Vegas, round 2, race number 2. Couple guys having a bad night, couple having a great night, and we'll move on to the round of 8 next week at Homestead and see who can punch their ticket into the round of 4. Y'all have a good rest of your night, and we will see y'all tomorrow for the trucks.